Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of news to go over about tomorrow's Pokemon Presents. We have new data mines and leaks. We have some major Unova hints to take a look at as well. New rumors for the Pokemon Presents have also popped up. There's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try to hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over these major Unova hints for tomorrow's Pokemon Presents. So right here we have Pyoro, who was replying to somebody, basically just asking about, what are we going to be seeing in tomorrow's Pokemon Presents? And then we actually have this person here. If you don't know who Pyoro is, basically a 1000% legit leaker, has a incredible track record, leaked the new Nintendo Direct partner showcase and leaked the contents of it as well, or some of the contents in it. They've basically got every single thing they've ever said correct. They've got absolutely nothing wrong. And they don't riddle stuff or anything like that, like Riddle-a-Coo. They just say when things are happening or when things aren't happening. So you can trust this person 100%, wholeheartedly. They are as good as Nintendo saying something or Pokemon saying something. That's how good their track record is. Anyway, this isn't a major leak though, because they are here saying, this might happen, this might not happen. This is just something that they have heard. So this is why it's a major hint. It's a bit of a rumor at the moment. But we do have Pyoro here saying, I don't know anything about the Pokemon Presents, while heard of an outsourced Unova related game. The info was from last year, so it may turn out to be inaccurate. So what Pyoro is here saying is last year, they heard that there was going to be an outsourced Unova-related game announced this year for Pokemon. So an outsourced Unova-related game would be very, very similar to what Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were. They were outsourced Sinnoh games, which obviously Ilka made, and didn't do a very good job of. I think a lot of people can agree. But that is basically what Pyoro is saying here. So there is an outsourced Unova game that's happening. So why is this interesting? Well, it's because there's been a lot of talk recently about two Pokemon games coming out this year. So we did actually have that Zippo insider say that we were going to get two games this year. And now we have Pyoro saying, there's going to be Unova-related game. Well, if there's going to be an outsourced Unova-related game, then what game are Pokemon themselves working on? What are Game Freak working on? So they've got to be working on something, unless we get no main series game this year from Pokemon. But it's very unlikely. So we've got to be getting Game Freak working on a main series game. We could be getting this Unova-related outsourced game as well. So that's two main series games, which is obviously what Zippo has said, and a few other people have said as well. It's kind of what a few of the riddles that Riddle-a-Coo has been talking about, they've been hinting at as well. And again, this isn't Pyoro saying this is definitely going to happen. This is something they heard a year ago. It could have been changed. We do have Cat Thor here saying Pyoro being straightforward and not speaking in riddles. This is both shocking and extremely disappointing, and now I'm very curious as to what's going on. So this is not a leak and should be taken with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing information I'm aware of, or sharing something I'm aware of. So he is aware of a Unova outsource related game being worked on, but that may have changed. I think it's unlikely that it would have been changed, because if they heard about it last year, I think that would have been far too along in the game's production to just be scrapped. So I do think we are going to get a Unova outsource related game announced this year, and I think that we're also going to get a main series game from Pokemon. So what is the main series game? It could very well be Johto. It could very well be a Legends Unova game. They could just do exactly what they did with BDSP and Legends Arceus, and that very well could just be the norm now. Whenever they do a remake, they might make a Legends game as well. So all the remakes are just going to be outsourced by a different company, and it's not even necessarily Ilka. It could be a different company completely. And whilst they are working on the remake, Game Freak themselves work on a Legends game. So that very well could be the norm now. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we're going to find out tomorrow. But very, very interesting that obviously we have this major hint about these outsourced Unova-related game. And again, I understand that it is Ilka. A lot of people are annoyed about BDSP and what they did to it and stuff. You also have to think that, I'm not defending Ilka, because obviously they did a lot of bad things for that game. There's loads of bugs, and they ruined the underground in terms of secret bases and stuff. I don't want to talk about that, because that still hurts to this day. But, it wasn't Ilka's idea to make, chibi games and stuff. I'm assuming they were probably ordered to do it that way. And none of the remakes are going to be, the same, We're not going to get chibi again, The Fire Red and Leaf Green remakes had their style. The Heart Gold and Soul Silver remakes had their style. The Aures games had their style. The BDSP games had their style. The Unova games are going to have their style as well. I highly doubt it's going to be chibi once again. We actually have Pyoro replying to Centro here as well. So Centro here saying, Pyoro, the Nintendo Direct leaker, is now saying that he heard about an outsourced Unova-related game last year. He very clearly says to take it with a grain of salt, as the information may have changed or be inaccurate, but there you go. And then we have Pyoro here replying saying, I don't think it's actually worth reporting. I'm willing to take the L if it ends up being wrong. So, Pyoro is like 50-50 on whether this is going to happen. He's like, look, I heard it. I'm sharing something that I heard. If it's wrong, I'll take the L on it. I'm not saying it's legit. It's just something that I heard that could be or might not be. It could be right or could be wrong. So that is something to just think about. And again, it does line up with a lot of stuff that Riddler Q's been saying and other insiders and stuff like that. I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to get 2 games announced tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. But because, the Unova game is probably going to get outsourced, that makes me think that we're probably going to get a Legends Unova game instead. Because I would have assumed that, the Johto game would have been outsourced, and then Pokemon themselves, Game Freak, would have been working on, a Black and White 3 or something. But now the Unova remake's getting outsourced. I don't think Game Freak are going to work on a Johto game. I think they would have outsourced that. So I potentially don't think we're going to get any Johto game this year. I think that we're going to get a Legends Kyurem and a Black and White outsourced game. If, this is true what Pyoro is saying. It might be completely wrong. We don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. But either way, very, very interesting. We do also have Kelios here. I don't know if this was a joke or something. Kelios, if you aren't aware of, is an insider. Has kind of links and stuff. They have said things right in the past. They've never really got anything wrong in the past. They don't claim to be a leaker. They are just an insider that sometimes gets a little bit of information. And they posted this image here saying, experience the brilliance once more. So obviously this was what was kind of in the trailer for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So I'm not sure if they're just kind of saying, look, Pyoro said this, so this is a little bit of a joke, or if they also know a little bit about it. But either way, yeah, they've just put this image here. And they also put this as well a while ago. When PokeKalos basically said, TikTok, only 1 month until Pokemon Day, so this was on the 27th of January, they said here, looking forward to a new Pokemon spin-off of the Mystery Dungeon genre. And again, I don't know if they are here saying, this is definitely going to be happening, or if it is them saying, they're just looking forward to seeing something like this potentially announced, because they then go on to say, so we have To Stay here saying, oh no, this kind of spin-off sucks, I want a remake or a Legends game. I don't think we'll have a main game this year, a main game in brackets. So I don't know if we've got Kelios here, who again is not a leaker. They've never claimed to be a leaker, but they have had inside knowledge in the past. So are they here saying, we're going to get a Mystery Dungeon game, there's not going to be any main series game? And I guess a main series in quotation could easily be seen as an outsourced Unova game. So maybe the only game that we get this year is a Unova outsourced game, and then we get a Mystery Dungeon. Maybe that's what Game Freak's working on. Highly unlikely, but that is something that could very well happen. So those are all of the Unova hints. Let's move on to the leaks and the data mines for Pokemon Day. So this is all revolving around Masters EX, but it could also have links with the main series game as well that is going to be announced tomorrow. So we originally had 8 hours ago Pokemon Masters EX tweeting out saying, we've changed our icon, doesn't Mega Tyranitar look awesome? Which trainer could it be forming a sync pair with? Share your guess below. So Tyranitar, the pseudo of Johto. Interesting that they've changed the image to, the Johto pseudo legendary. So they tweeted that out, and then Absolutely, who is of course one of the data miners in the community, kind of posted it in a better quality. Some trainers and stuff that are coming back. They then said that Geeta was going to be an available character, and they also said that Silver was coming into Pokemon Masters as well. So they basically leaked that Geeta and Silver were going to be some new sync pairs. So interesting that Silver is going to be announced tomorrow for Pokemon Masters, who is of course one of the main Johto characters, the rival of Johto in the Johto games. So Silver and Geeta are both going to be in the games tomorrow. And then we had this image data mined. So we have Geeta and Glamora, and then we have Silver and Tyranitar. I'm not sure why Geeta's getting a sync pair, probably just because we're still technically in Gen 9. But Silver with Tyranitar is very interesting. I wouldn't read too much into it. It's like a Mega Tyranitar. If we do get Johto games, we very well could get Mega Evolutions in those games. That would be insane, but I highly doubt it. And then we just had some new images of Geeta. We also have some Legends Arceus sync pairs as well, which could also be a hint towards us getting a Legends Unova game. You never know. And then other characters as well. We also have a lot of Gen 6 stuff as well going on. We have Silver in other character in other uniforms. This is just kind of the video that plays when you like obviously like get the sync pair and stuff. Got Cynthia there, nothing crazy there. It's just data mine videos and stuff. Ludicolo's there again. This is the sync pairings with the Hisuian people, Johto, stuff like that. And then we have a little bit more information as well. So the 7 trainers that are coming out this month, which could all get announced tomorrow on Pokemon Day. So Skylar Lodge, Silver Champion, Tierno, Dalia, Adaman, Irida, and Geeta. So they're all coming to Pokemon Masters. And then we also have a load of more characters coming to Unova as well. A lot of Gen 6 representation. We've also got Chim and Rose, Steven and stuff, like loads of new character outfits, some more Johto gym leaders as well. Very, very interesting. We also have Espeon as well with the Espeon and Umbreon characters, which again, major Johto references there with Noctowl. A lot of Johto mons kind of getting representation here. A lot of new, like I say, character artwork, stuff like that. Again, this has just all been data mined, and this is legit information that is going to be happening. Then obviously this is a sync pair, more confirmation about those. We'll keep going up, we'll keep going up. I don't know if there was any more kind of like big kind of hints. Again, Bugsy, event, another Johto character. There's a lot like feathers as well, could be used as the Rainbow Wing. Some more gem stuff there, just some more sync pair stuff, yada yada yada. We've got Johto Stadium this month as well, which is also very interesting with the Elite Four and the Champion. So that could be some. There's a lot of Johto representation in Pokemon Masters. So it's one of those, really. It's like, which way do we kind of look at it? Like, there's loads of, because I'm assuming that like whatever is announced as the main series game is gonna have implications on Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Go. Like, we don't know what Pokemon Go's next event is going to be. That's highly likely going to be revolving around the announcement. So if it's a Gen 2 game, we could get like some Johto stuff. If it's a Gen 5 game, we could get some Gen 5 stuff, Unova stuff in Pokemon Go. In Pokemon Masters, we already know there's a lot of Gen 2 stuff. There's no Gen 5 stuff. There's loads of Gen 2 stuff happening in Pokemon Masters that is going to get announced tomorrow. So that's also food for thought. Like, do you think that that's kind of giving a Johto game a little bit more of a kind of boost on the potential that it's going to happen? Or it's just really weird. Like, there's hints towards Johto, there's major hints towards Unova. There's a lot of stuff going on, but that's all the latest like leaks and data mines and stuff about tomorrow's presents. Again, nothing about the main series, unfortunately. It's just like hints and stuff for the game. But we've got a load of like leaks and stuff for Pokemon Masters tomorrow. Obviously, no Pokemon Go stuff or anything like that. We do also have another leak for tomorrow as well. Well, I don't know if it's a leak. It's been announced, but you know, it's kind of like something that's happening tomorrow. So we have PokeGuardian here saying the Pokemon Company showed in their latest Pokemon Day countdown image, which is Pokemon TCG themed, various teasers of upcoming cards. So including Ogerpon's Terra-type, Greninja with a Terra-type, and possibly a new Eevee art rare. These are only teasers and we'll have to wait for official reveals. So there's probably going to be TCG stuff in tomorrow's presents. So there's definitely going to be Pokemon Masters. There's going to be Pokemon Go stuff. There's definitely Unite stuff. With Miraidon and the Shiny Rayquaza event. There's going to be Pokemon Sleep stuff most likely. There's going to be the main series game. There's probably going to be Pokemon World Championship talk. Maybe talk about the Pokemon movie. Probably talk about Pokemon Concierge Season 2. And then as well as that, there might be some like extra merch stuff or whatever. We do also have Go Nintendo tweet here saying Nintendo New York celebrating Pokemon Day with promo cards, characters, and more. So very interesting that Pokemon is going to be a big theme tomorrow in New York, which of course is the home of Unova. But yeah, Nintendo New York celebrating Pokemon Day with promo cards, characters, and more. It should be a national holiday. So Pokemon Day officially takes place next week. Obviously, this was posted last week on February 27th, 2024. If you're looking for a way to celebrate in the New York area, the Nintendo store seems like the place to be. Nintendo New York has just announced their full slate of plans for the special day, and they are as follows. So you can receive a Pokemon TCG promo card for spending like $15, Pokemon Presents viewing at Nintendo NYC, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Quaxley, and Pikachu character appearances, fan voting, bring your deck, giveaways, yada yada yada. Basically, the main thing to announce is that Nintendo or New York is going to be having a big Pokemon Day kind of thing. So it's just interesting, like, why are they doing this year? Is it because we are going to get Unova games, and obviously they are based in New York, so potentially like that could be the reason. It's a bit weird, you know, why else would they be doing it? But that's just my opinion. Like, I just thought I'd include that in today's video because it's just adding more fuel to the fire of a potential Unova game getting announced tomorrow. So that's all like the legit news and the rumor, well, and the hints and the leaks and the data mines and stuff. Let's finish today's video off with a rumor that has been making a little bit of, I guess, traction online. A few people have been kind of like posting about it, saying that it, it very well could be true, but we have this post here saying, alright, you want actual leaks. The Pokemon Company advertising / social media employee here, pick related. Here's what's actually coming. So of course, this was posted on 4chan. As always, take it with a massive grain of salt. No idea if it's true or not, but again, we always like finishing the video off with a rumor. So we've got Baxcalibur and Lokeeks being added to Pokemon Unite. So two very random characters being added to Unite. Obviously, apart from Miraidon, Ceruledge, and oh god, there was one more as well. I can't. There's so much stuff to remember from data mines and stuff for Pokemon Day. There was one more. Phalanx. That's right. Phalanx, Ceruledge, and Miraidon are all definitely coming to Pokemon Unite. Baxcalibur and Lokeeks haven't been data mined, but in the past on Pokemon Day, we have had Pokemon announced Pokemon Unite that like nobody's expecting, like hasn't been data mined or anything like that. So obviously that's very, very interesting. There's a new mobile app and badges scheme for local TCG events to help competitive players more fairly qualify for regionals and beyond. So that's like completely out there. Like no one would have really said anything about that before. So if this is legit, like it is something random enough for them to like know to put in this. So it'll be very, very interesting if this does get announced tomorrow. Then we have a teaser for Pokemon Concierge Season 2. That's definitely going to be dropped in tomorrow's Presents 100%. Like, it's already been announced that they are getting more episodes and stuff, but I don't know if it's Season 2 or just more episodes. I assume it would be Season 2 because, it's more episodes, but unless they do the thing where, like, they split the series up into 2 parts. But either way, I think we will be getting some Concierge stuff tomorrow, 100%. Again, I like the series. I thought it was really fun. I thought it ended a little bit abruptly, or, like, it ended as, like, it started getting going, but I'm definitely looking forward to the next episodes and stuff. And then trailer for new YouTube anime shorts centered around a Pokemon League official scouting for new gym leaders at the Blueberry Academy. So yeah, don't know. I'm assuming just more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Blueberry Academy representation, stuff like that. Pokemon Sleep connectivity with Pokemon Home. I don't really. Do I really want that? I don't know. I highly doubt that's going to happen. Very, very unlikely. And then we see Pokemon Go event for Finizen and Palafin. Travel routes with friends to evolve it. That'd be an interesting way to evolve it. Obviously, usually for this Pokemon, you have to be in co-op to evolve it, so that kind of makes sense. The traveling route part is annoying. I'd assume it'd just be in a party, and then you can evolve it. I don't know why you have to really travel a route with it, but either way, that'd be a really cool evolution method there. Would be annoying, but it'd be a different one outside the box. Teaser for Paradox Pokemon in Pokemon Go. As I stated, we don't know what the next event is for Pokemon Go. We know the days and stuff, like the Community Day and the Classic Community Day. We just don't know what they're going to be about. Again, if it's anything to do with like Johto or Unova games, then it will probably be about them. But either way, Paradox Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go, I think is unlikely. I think Ultra Beast should probably come first. And then reveal trailer for Pokemon Collection, Black and White, a port of Black and White and Black and White 2 with upscaled graphics, launches Q4 2024. So that could very well be what Pyoro has obviously heard about. That could be the outsourced information, the outsourced Unova game. It could be this big old port of Black and Black and White 2 as a collection, which I would really like. I would like a collection of both games. That would be really, really cool. Reveal trailer for Pokemon Legends Celebi. Again, we've had a lot of Legends and Johto pandering, especially in Pokemon Masters. So a Pokemon researcher creates a device called a Cell Tuner with the help of uncovered Celebi DNA that allows you to travel to different eras in Pokemon's history. I don't know why they would randomly give it to you, but when she becomes lost in time due to Celebi's influence, you must use the device to travel and search for her while preventing further changes to the present. Your actions influence how the present changes, buildings, people, Pokemon, availability, and so on. It has a central hub, a small village, with several different areas to explore using the Cell Tuner. However, the different areas are represented with different graphical styles, sprites, and models depending on how far back in time you travel. Your partner Pokemon, a new Pokemon called Daraporks, also changes based on your choices. Launches Q1 2025. I would love a game like that. It is completely different to Legends Arceus, but I've always wanted a game where the story and things just change depending on your decision. It just gives so much more like of a storyline, and it just helps the replayability. Like one playthrough you might go to a certain part in time and do this, a next playthrough you might do something completely different. Like I would absolutely love a game where your choices change the outcome. I love games like that because it just keeps the game going, and for a Pokemon game, especially Legends Celebi, I would absolutely love that. But Either way, that's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't know if it's going to happen. I can't see Pokemon making a game like this. I think it's very out of the box. But either way, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on the NYC Pokemon Presents Day thingy. Let me know your thoughts on the TCG stuff or the Pokemon Masters stuff. Do you think these are major hints to tomorrow's Pokemon game reveal? What are your thoughts about potential mystery dungeon? And then also, what are your thoughts on this outsourced Unova game as well? Do you think this is true or not? But anyway, that is going to be everything from me. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Like I say, leave a comment on anything we covered today. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. We are, of course, going to be streaming tomorrow's Pokemon Presents. So if you want to watch that with us, you are more than welcome to. Would love to have you there so we can all watch it together and see what's going to get announced. But yeah, until then, guys, have a fantastic rest of your day and peace.